A popular Cleveland neighborhood trying to come to terms with a deadly shooting that went down in broad daylight. Good evening. I'm Caitlin McCarthy. A 19 News crew on the scene just minutes after it happened. Michelle Nix picks up the story from here.
An Amazon delivery driver targeted in an armed carjacking that turned deadly. It happened right here in Ohio City in broad daylight.
I've got a mail shot, 4 Franklin. Tried to carjack an Amazon driver, and the Amazon driver shot him.
This Amazon delivery SUV is at the center of a violent crime that literally turned the tables on the suspect, who Cleveland police say tried to carjack a delivery driver at gunpoint.
I don't like this in my front yard. No. And it literally is in my front yard.
Just after 4 o'clock, the Amazon driver working in the area of West 48th was approached by the suspect, who pulled a gun, got behind the wheel, and then crashed the car. Police say the Amazon delivery driver opened fire on the suspect, at some point killing him.
I guess the Amazon driver did whatever was necessary to protect him or herself, but it's a stunningly sad situation all the way around.
What?
Oh yes. Well, isn't about time. Isn't about time for the working man to get revenge. I love it. I love every single bit of it. Come on. See, this is the reason why New York and these liberal states, California, New York, they don't want you to have no gun. They want you to become a victim. This is what happened. They don't want citizens to defend themselves. They love chaos. Those liberal cities love chaos. See, this is the catch-22. People say that the Democrats are not, their ideology is not liberal. Even though the Democrats started in the South with the Ku Klux Klan and he was raising the Confederate flag. While at the time when blacks started voting, they, which means the Ku Klux Klan, sent out many Ku Klux Klan members to kill black people who tried to vote Republican. They tried to kill multiple. Well, I can't say they tried to kill. They did kill multiple Southern black citizens for trying to vote Republican. Actually, there was a Democratic president that said he will vow. I think it was Johnson. Don't quote me. He will vow that he will have these black N-words voting. He will do anything to brainwash them to vote Democrat for the next 100 years. If somebody threatens you to vote for their party, do you think they want good outcomes for your people? No. That's the whole point. So I'm happy this Amazon driver did his thing. Oh, congrats to him. Congrats to him. Put all of them up in body bags that choose to come out, rob people with kids outside, people doing a regular daily activity, mowing their lawn, going run errands, going to work as an Amazon driver, trying to deliver our items, our products. So now all those people that were supposed to get a delivery of an item, now they pissed off because somebody decided to rob the Amazon driver. Rest in peace. Now, we move on to the next story.
We're in a whole different kingdom than God. And God had chose.
Jesus!
A Sunday church service ends in terror when a man pulls a gun on a pastor in the middle of his sermon. The terrifying incident happened at the Jesus Dwelling Place Church in North Braddock, Pennsylvania. And the entire ordeal was captured on the pastor's live stream. It's 26-year-old Bernard Polite. As Polite walks toward the pastor, suddenly Deacon Clarence McAllister springs into action, tackling the gunman to the ground and removing the gun from his hand.
Jesus!
Did y'all hear somebody say, Jesus? Jesus, he about to kill my pastor. My pastor about to die today. Jesus Christ. What church I'm going to go to next Sunday? What church I'm going to donate my money to every Sunday if this man dies? Instead of saying Jesus, why don't you get out the seat and try to help your pastor? How about you do that? Pastor Gangster. Pastor Gangster. Pastor didn't even. He looked and he ducked. He ain't scream and run like no little punk. Which, if he did, I wouldn't even blame him. It's a gun. You bring a gun to a man's fight. It's little skinny little weird dudes like this that's running around all over our society. Mostly in those liberal cities though. Thank God. But unfortunately, they're all over our society. They got tattoos on their face, tattoos on their jaw, tattoos on their head, tattoos behind their ear. They got tattoos on their neck. The weakest dudes in society. And they got the nerves to get tattoos all over their body. Especially the head and neck. Because their whole tactic is to intimidate. Because they have no power. They got no real power without a gun. A gun gives you power. You know, that's the reason why, you know, when we got more into modern times, Europeans conquered so much. Because they had the power. They had the guns. They had the guns. You think they came over here to the Americas and you think they could battle native Indians who've been living there for thousands of years? Dressing naked? Well, not dressing naked. They was naked. Titties hanging. Titties swinging. And they hunting for decades. Hunting for decades. They in the wild. You can only imagine their stamina. Imagine their endurance. Imagine how much testosterone they had as men. They went out and went to go hunt. Some of them came back, and some of them didn't. But that was the way they lived. You know, they lived a real man-like lifestyle. Unlike us nowadays, we mostly lazy. We go to the supermarket to get our groceries. We don't got to do the same things that man did back in those times. And doing those type of activities increased this testosterone. Made you a man. Made you a man. What type of man will come to a church? I don't care. I don't care about mental issues and all that. Get out of here. Not everybody got mental issues. Some dudes is just dumb. How about that? How about we just say he's just dumb? He just made a dumb decision. Everybody want to go to a therapist and psychiatrist and, oh no, I did this because my psychiatrist said I got this. That's why I did it. I did this because I'm on those pills. And I'm gonna see my psychiatrist every once. Yo, man, grow a backbone, man. Grow a backbone. Boom. No excuse. No excuse. You gon' because also other people going through psych issues. So the others in society gotta suffer because they going through psych issues. You're going through psych issues. Go get some help. Go get some help. And in my advice, that help shouldn't be going to no doctor like, yo, I'll give you a prescription. Yo, you need to go into lockup. You need to go into lockup. This country's way too free. This country's way too free. Other countries don't got a bunch of people talk about they got psych issues running around causing chaos. Just don't go down like that. And if they are out there in the street, one little thing they do, most countries don't got a formal system. Oh, let's send them to the psych. Let's send them to the psych. They putting you right there with the regular inmates. And guess what? All of a sudden, they psych problems have miraculously disappeared. They psych problems miraculously disappeared. Because now they're amongst people that don't care about what you got. Yo, man, let me get that Jello, homie. Yo, let me get them Rice Krispies. Yo, you gonna finish the rest of that soup? Yeah, I'm gonna finish, but I just want you to know that meanwhile, he got tattoos all over his face. I just want you to know I got psych problems. So he want the other prisoners to take it easy on him. Man, shut up with your psych problems, man. Give me that soup. Give me that soup. That's how we need to treat these dudes in society, because they punks. And punks deserve to be humiliated and locked up. Humiliated. Lock them all up. Lock them all up. Lock them all up. Lock them all up. I should make a country song out of that. But lock them all up, man. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm tired of seeing stupid people in society blaming their problems with mental illness. I'm tired of it. But anyway, let's get on with the show. Welcome to No Joke. Our next story ahead is
Judy, prosecutors and investigators say Xavier Tate Jr. shot Officer Weska 10 times. Prosecutors now say they have hundreds of pieces of very clear video clips, transaction records, and even traces of DNA that they say proves Tate was the gunman. Chicago police officers packed the first floor of the criminal courthouse by the dozens, closely guarding the family of Officer Luis Weska. A fugitive no longer, Xavier Tate Jr. sat shackled just feet from the Weska family.
I hope my brother gets that justice that he deserves.
Prosecutors came prepared to do just that, starting with asking a judge to keep Xavier Tate Jr. locked up. After wrangling him into police custody by way of a 3-state manhunt, a judge ordered Tate Jr. detained until trial. Just before Tate stepped before a judge, Chicago's police superintendent spoke of Tate's danger.
It is important to understand that removing this individual from the street does not only bring justice to the family, the Weska family, it also ensures the public that he will not have the opportunity to commit the same offense on anyone else in our society.
Sitting closely guarded in court, Xavier Tate Jr. stared down the prosecutor as she ticked through evidence they claim pinpoints Tate as the murderer. Detectives say they have a cache of digital evidence, including this surveillance video that police say shows Tate before and after the murder in multiple distinct outfits.
Detectives traced his movements back to a business where he purchased a bottle of water using a relative's bank card. Detectives identified Tate through the relative who allowed Tate to use the bank card. Both the water bottle and the clothing Tate was seen on video wearing earlier that day were located near where Weska's stolen car was located. Additionally, Tate's fingerprints were discovered on a fence he was seen on video jumping over following the murder.
Prosecutors now say Xavier Tate Jr. shot Officer Luis Huesca 10 times at close range before stealing his service gun and SUV. They say Tate's DNA, collected from a previous juvenile charge, matched what was left on spent casings, the officer's car, and Tate's smashed cell phone. Still shaken by grief, Officer Luis Huesca's family left the courthouse with a small sense of resolve. Tate's defense team argued that his criminal record shows that he is not violent and is not a flight risk. The judge swiftly disagreed with that, and Tate is now locked up here at the Cook County Jail. One thing that is important to point out, prosecutors did not indicate any clear motive for the officer's murder.
All I have to say about this is pray for our officers. Pray for our officers. Officers are humans too. I mean, officers are your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your mothers, your grandfathers, your grandmothers. I mean, once they retire, they probably got a desk job, but they're still officers. Why must society condemn officers? When an officer shoots somebody of color, even if it's the person of color fault, even if the person of color has long criminal history and was kind of at fault for himself or herself being shot, everybody will protest. The world will go in an uproar. There'll be protests from here to London. But the officers killed, the people who we call when we are in need, the people who we call when we need help, the people, you females, who are the most vulnerable people in society compared to men. You only compare it to men. There's only man and a woman. When y'all are getting great, that's who y'all call. When y'all want to put something on your husband, that's who y'all call. When y'all want y'all boyfriend out the house and y'all trying to sabotage him so you can get him out your life and get child support, move on to the next dude, that's who you call. You call the police. And guess who shows up? Officers. Officer, please, can you help me? I understand they're getting paid by taxpayers. I get it. I get it. They work for us. I get it. But still, every once in a while, just every once in a while, we can work for them. And what I mean by working for them, when you see an officer in the street and you walk past him, he may be looking gloom and doom. It's a hard job. It's stressful. Say hi. Just pick your head up, look him in the eye and say hi. You'd be surprised how most officers respond. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? How's everything? They're regular people. We all slaves to the workforce. They're slaves to the workforce too. You think they actually want to clock in and risk their life for people that they don't know? No. Most of them hope that it don't come to that. But sometimes it does, and it's their duty. They got to do their duty, because if they don't, it could be bad for them. The colleagues could get on them like, yo, why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? And then you got some officers, as I'm sure, they're probably like, you know what? I ain't trying to get killed. I know I'm an officer, but I'm going to play the game smart. I'm going to play the game smart. Certain things I see, I'm going to try to act like I don't even see it, because I ain't trying to get no shootout. I'm not trying to get no shootout. And guess what? I don't blame them. So, with that said, say hi to your officers. Rest in peace to this officer. Sad story. But everybody's story has an end. And unfortunately, this officer he looks like a good guy. Looks like one of the good ones. Big family, loving. Look, they look caring. They hold their hands. They're there for him. They're standing with him. They're standing with him. It's sad. An off-duty police officer shot and killed after returning home. He was shot and killed after returning home. He just got off of duty. He just got off of serving you. Just got home from serving you. He parked his car early Sunday morning out of nowhere. He probably didn't even see it coming because he had his gun on. And I didn't see no news report of the gun being discharged or even the gun being out of his holster. The guy probably just snuck up on him. He got shot over 20. No, I'm sorry. He got shot, I think, about 12 times. Yeah, I think just about 12 times. Thank God for the shot spotter. Thank God for the shot spotter who alerted on the 5500 block of the South Kazi Avenue just before 3 a.m. 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m. in the morning. Somebody walking around with a gun. Me, I could go outside, be minding my business. Minding my business, just walking, and I get stopped by officer. Hey, officer, what's going on? Oh, they just trying to check if it's nobody. No. It's funny how the criminals never get stopped. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how the criminals never get stopped? They never get stopped. Walking all day, I'm sure. It's 3 a.m. So let's think about it. He ain't come out the house at 2 in the morning. That boy didn't come out the house 1 in the morning. That boy probably been out the house all day long, doing robberies, doing all type of stuff. It's Chicago. That's a big city. Both the urban area and the suburban area. That's a big city. Very hard to patrol, especially when you got liberal cities talking about we don't need officers, we can police ourselves. Since when? Be honest with yourself. Since when you people of color could police yourselves? There was a time, but I tell you, that time was that was a different type of black Americans. This breed of black Americans. Whoa, this is the post-crack era black Americans. This is the post-crack era black Americans. This is the Reagan black Americans. This is the Reagan black Americans. The post-Reagans. This is the Clinton black Americans. Welfare, subsidies. Kick the man out the house. We'll take care of you. The government will become your daddy. The government the government got a lot of kids. You talk about how much kids Elon Musk got. You talk about how many kids Nick Cannon got. You be shocked of the number of kids the government got. Millions, hundreds of millions of kids are being fed by the government in single parent homes with single parent mothers. Thanks for watching the show. Like, subscribe, and no joker will get at you. Thank you, nigga.